Dear children, come back to history first chapter. Today we are going to see the remaining part of this chapter number 1. First topic, today's first topic is surveys become important. Children, the practice of surveying also become common under the colonial administration. So what is survey? Survey means a study of the opinion, behavior, etc. of a group of people. So the Britishers believed that a country had to be properly known before it could be effectively administered. So they started surveying. By the early 19th century, detailed surveys were being carried out to map the entire country. They went to village, revenue services were conducted. The effort was to know the topography, the soil quality, the flora, the fauna, the local histories, and the cropping pattern. All the facts seen as necessary to know about to administer the region. So here topography, the word topography means it includes the mountains, hills, valleys, lakes, etc. Then all the facts seen as necessary to know about to administer the region. From the end of the 19th century, census operations were held every 10 years. These prepared detailed records of the number of people in all the provinces of India, noting information on castes, religions, and occupations. There were many other surveys like botanical surveys, that is related to plants, zoological surveys, that means related to animals. Then archaeological surveys. Archaeological surveys means the study of historic or prehistoric peoples and their culture, artifacts, inscriptions, monuments, etc. Then comes anthropological surveys. Anthropological surveys means it is a study of people past and present with a focus on understanding the human condition. Then forest surveys. Next topic is what official records do not tell. From this vast corpus of records, we can get to know a lot, but we must remember that these are official records. They tell us what the official thought, what they were interested in, and what they wish to preserve for posterity. These records do not always help us understand what other people in the country felt and what lay behind their actions. This means that paragraph what we have studied, that what were the purpose of surveys. Revenue surveys were conducted by the British to know the topography, the soil quality, the flora, fauna, the local histories, the cropping pattern, and many other things. So they all help them in proper administration. So can we know everything in a right way from the official records of the British administration? No. These records do not always help us to understand what common people in the country felt and what laid behind their actions. So what do the official records of the British tell us? The official records tell us what the British officials thought, what they were interested in, what they wished to preserve for posterity. So, next paragraph, let us see. For that, we need to look elsewhere. When we begin to search for these other sources, we find them in plenty, though they are more difficult to get than official records. We have diaries of people, accounts of pilgrims and travelers, autobiographies of important personalities, and popular booklets that were sold in the local bazaars. As printing spread, the newspaper were published and issues were debated in public. Leaders and reformers wrote to spread their ideas, poets and novelists wrote to express their feeling. All these sources, however, were produced by those who were literate. From these, we will not be able to understand how history was experienced and lived by the tribal and the peasants, the workers in the mines, or the poor on the streets. Getting to know their lives is a more difficult task. Yet, this can be done if we make a little bit of effort. When you read this book, you will see how this can be done.